I really enjoy the Flex product infomercials. They always have some pretty impressive repairs that are made in a matter of seconds or moments. Now, in the past we tested Flex tape and it actually did fairly well. I really didn't think it would work so well because I don't really trust any product that's being sold on television. So the question is Flex Seal as good as a competition? We'll be testing it against a couple of other brands today, and we're going to do some pretty significant damage to some products to see if it can help. So let's get the testing underway. In the first test, we're going to use a Sawzall, cut each one of these buckets from top to bottom, and then use the different spray sealants to see which product works the best. I'm going to prepare each surface with rubbing alcohol to make sure it's clean. I went ahead and taped the top of each bucket to make sure that the gap isn't different between the buckets. So what I'm going to do now is spray each product on each one of these buckets and then we'll allow it to cure. So what does perma-seal repair? It repairs flashing and gutters, drywall and PVC, roofs, shingles, and underlayment. So Flex Seal claims to be excellent for roof leaks, gutters, skylights, window seals, flashings, ductwork, foundations, awnings, chimneys, downspouts, vent pipes, AC drip pans, RVs, campers, trailers, projects, crafts, hobbies, and so much more. So what can Rustoleum Leak Seal repair? It works on metal, aluminum, galvanized metal, PVC, concrete, masonry, asphalt roofing, vinyl siding, fiberglass, and more. This air tank has 4 different holes in it, but we're only going to be testing with 3 of the different holes using 1 hole per product. What we'll do first though is sand this tank down, and then we're going to spray each product over top of one of these holes. After each product fully cures, we're going to dip this air tank in an aquarium and see how much air pressure each of these products can handle before they let go. In addition to testing how well they work on metal, we're also going to test how well these sealants work on PVC. This test setup has a pressure gauge on it that's going to measure how much pressure is being added to it. Also, we're going to drill 3 different holes in this PVC, and then we're going to cover each hole with each of the products and see how much pressure they can take. The drill bit we'll be using is 3/32 or 2.36 millimeters. For certain applications, structural integrity is very important, and if the product doesn't provide some sort of adhesive ability, the product isn't going to work. So what we're going to do is cut each one of these pipes into 2 pieces and then spray on each product to see how much structural integrity it adds to the PVC pipe. The vertical line represents the fact that I've indexed each one of these pipes, so we're putting the pipe back together in the exact same position it was before, so we have a perfectly flat surface. What I'm going to do now is spray down the outside of each one of these pipes. Each product required a different amount of time to cure. The one that required the most amount of time is Flex Seal. So instead of just allowing 48 hours the required amount of time, we actually allowed 70 hours of cure time. So each of these products should be fully cured. Even though Rustoleum was applied to both sides of this bucket, unfortunately there's a large gap in it, so this bucket's not going to hold water. A close look at the perma-seal bucket, and it's very clear that it did a very good job of filling in the crack, and most likely this will hold water. It appears that the Flex Seal bucket will also hold water. I don't see any sort of air gaps in the crack. With that being said, it doesn't seem to have as thick of an application coat as the perma-seal. Unfortunately, the Rustoleum bucket did not hold water. Unfortunately, the perma-seal bucket is leaking. Of the three products, Flex Seal is the only product that actually worked. So if a bucket is repaired using Flex Seal or any sort of sealant, you want to be able to pick the bucket up and have enough structural strength from the product that's being used to keep the bucket intact. So I'm going to see if I can cause this product to fail just by pulling on the sides of the bucket a little. Okay, that took quite a bit of force. I don't have a measurement, obviously, but Flex Seal actually did a fairly good job. To make this stronger, a couple more coats, and I don't think it would have torn. Now for the Rustoleum. Alright, with the perma-seal, you can see it started flexing just from pulling on it. This seems a lot more rubbery than the Flex Seal. Not a whole lot of force there. In this test, I'm going to slide this PVC pipe over top of the metal pipe. I'm going to start the test right where the break is in the pipe, and then I'm going to move outward 1 inch at a time until the pipe breaks. Okay, up next is perma-seal. The lines are a little hard to see, but I can see them through the product, so I'm going to go ahead and begin the test. I went ahead and remeasured the lines because I could not see through the Flex Seal. So the first line is right where the cut in the pipe is. I'll go ahead and begin the test. If you're using one of these three products to seal up a pipe, how well is it going to stick to PVC? What I'm going to do is place this pipe under the water. Then I'll begin adding air pressure to this until each one of them ruptures, and we'll see which one can take the most pressure. I've inserted a pressure gauge into this pipe so we can keep track of how much pressure is being added. Okay, 8 pounds of pressure, perma-seal began leaking. The only one not leaking is Rustoleum. We're at 10, 15, 15 psi, 20, 30, okay, 40 psi. Definitely not the most scientific way to test a product, but what we're going to do is actually scratch each product to see the properties. This is real gummy, and it does seem to do a pretty good job of sticking. It reminds me a lot of an adhesive, like a rubber cement. Rustoleum definitely has a lot better bond to the PVC. Flex Seal seems pretty good, but it doesn't seem to really stick to the PVC very well. I'm not having any sort of a problem scratching it off. We're going to see how well these products stick to metal. In the next test, I'll be placing this tank underwater and adding air pressure until each one of the products fails. Unfortunately, it looks like Flex Seal started leaking at about 2 pounds of pressure. Okay, Rustoleum has failed. So back to the original question, is Flex Seal the best? It definitely seems to be the best for most repairs that I would make around my home. However, it's definitely not the best for all different types of problems. Where you need a product to fill a gap or a crack, it definitely seems to be the best all around. In applications where you don't need a lot of flexibility, but you need a lot of strength, as we saw in the PVC and the air tank testing, Rustoleum is going to be a better product. Regarding perma-seal, it is far more flexible than both Rustoleum and Flex Seal. However, it doesn't have very much strength. It's very much like a spray adhesive. For something like a roof flashing where you really need it to be able to stretch and expand with changes in temperature, you might want to consider that product. So are there products out there that are better than the 3 we tested today? Absolutely, but they don't come in a spray can. Anytime something is put into a spray can, normally it gives up some type of quality in doing so. The products that I've used to make significant repairs, such as a 1,000-gallon water tank that had a long split in it, did not come in a spray can. It required a lot more adhesive ability as well as the ability to provide structural support. And we'll be testing those products in the future. Anyway, thanks so much for watching the video. I look forward to your video ideas. I hope you'll leave a comment. Please take care, and I look forward to next time.